Why do we bother teaching Shakespeare still? Really? You're seriously asking that?
Well, yeah. Part of the job of teaching Shakespeare every time is having to justify why you were doing it. There's always one or two students who'll be like, why are we doing these?
You do have kids kind of just go, who fucking talks like that? What the fuck? You're so fucking boring. Like, language is a barrier.
I used to work with this guy who was a staunch atheist, and he would always come and go,
I don't believe in God. But what I have, instead of God, I have Shakespeare.
Her wagon spokes made of long spinner's legs, the cover of wings of grasshoppers, the traces of smaller spider webs.
having to deal with Andrew Tate in the classroom, having to deal with, when it was the Trump election, having to deal with that in the classroom, you know, having to deal with the yes vote. Like, it was just too much for me. Open locks, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags? What is to do?
A deed without a name.
And then I said, look, if you don't stop, I'm going to have to take some action. And he said, under his breath,
I'm going to stab you and blow up your car.
and that's, tricky one for a teacher, because probably I should have immediately gone to the deputy, but he'd just come back to school, and he'd been gone for about a year. So I went outside and I had a chat. I said, don't threaten people you don't know, mate. You don't know what I'm like. And also, if you are going to blow up my car, why would you bother stabbing me in the first place? Isn't that overkill? Look up overkill.
Macbeth! Macbeth! Macbeth!
Had I 3 ears, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute.
Challenges. Just the ordinary challenges for every teacher when you've got a room of 30 kids of all different interests and abilities, and you're supposed to take them through one course, one process.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamoured to thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape.
And I was conscious of something coming through the air behind me over my shoulder. And it was a chair. And it smashed. I turned just in time to duck, and it smashed into the blackboard. And this girl had thrown it at me. And then she was locked up in the headmaster's office, and she was cutting up the furniture with a pair of scissors. And she was like seriously ripping everything. And she's locked in there. And I got called up. I don't know, I guess because I got on so well with her to sort of calm her down a bit before her father and the police arrived. So then her father arrives and he went ballistic.
You people, you don't know how to handle her.
So I said, okay, how do you handle it?
So it's simple. When she gets like this, I simply grab her around the neck and hold her up against the wall, and I simply beat her over the head a couple of times.
Oh, that my tongue were in the thunder's mouth. Then with a passion would I shake the world. I am not mad. This hair I tear is mine. I am not mad. I would to heaven I were, for then 'tis like I should forget myself. Oh, if I could, what grief should I forget? I am not mad. Too well, I feel the different plague of each calamity.